Hey, what's up? I'm an enraged, overweight fanboy. I play a dog shit game known as Dead by Daylight a decent bit, so I thought I'd make a video on it. This game pisses me the fuck off a lot, but despite that, and how much I like to take a huge stinky shit on it, I figured I'd make my first video about it at least somewhat positive and hopeful. There's this Dead by Daylight YouTuber by the name of Skull. Made this video here, watched it, thought, what if I made a video about what kind of licenses I'd want? Figured I'd do it. I'm bored. I got nothing better to do. I'm not making this list to be like a top 10, 20, 50, a million, whatever list. There's no particular order to these. I just wanted to make a big list of franchises I love, but I am going to split them up into categories. You'll see what I mean. I started playing DBD a bit after the Legion came out, and then shortly before the Plague and Jane, my goddess, were announced for the game, so that's about how long I've been playing. At the time of making this video, the Dredge is the newest killer, and Wesker should be coming out about September or something like that. So this video is a chance to either age really well or age like shit. We'll see. I don't know. Don't really care.
Viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Where the fuck is FNAF? Seriously? Everyone has been getting baited and switched about this license getting into DVD for God knows how many years now. I want this license in the game for a few reasons, actually. One being just so we can stop getting all these stupid rumor videos about it. Two, I just want to see all the anti-FNAF people get really butt mad at it. I think it'd be funny to see. Three being, I actually do kind of enjoy the story. It's not bad. Gets a little fucky-wucky, but it's okay. I could honestly go on a huge tangent about how much people don't like Scott Cawthon because of his political beliefs and the things he's done to donate to extreme right-wing circumstances, but honestly this video isn't for that, and I really could care less myself, honestly. I just want to chase people around as a giant killer robot zombie rabbit thingy. That's all I want. I also personally think the cosmetic potential with this license would be pretty cool. I mean, you could probably dress up Legion as like Vanny or something like that, all the charm ideas. It'd be pretty fucking funny in my opinion, honestly. Wait, why isn't Alien in DVD yet? I mean, it'd be pretty cool. You could just run around, you're a freaking alien, you could jump over walls, you could stab him with your tail, you could give him a face like a— oh, son of a— You know, for a while, I didn't think Resident Evil was gonna get in a DVD because it had Resistance, and I mean, I didn't think Predator would ever make it into DVD because, well, they got Hunting Ground, but I mean, we got Resident Evil in the game now, plus Evil Dead has its own game now, so I don't see why Predator can't get in the game now. Oh, you motherfucking mouse! This piece of shit fucking ruins Emperor Zurg, and they're buying all my damn copyrights, you— Okay, what about a beloved franchise that's not bought out by Disney? Let me think here. Well, this license got fucked over, but not by Disney, surprisingly. Okay, I gotta focus and stop thinking about how copyright laws suck and how Disney blows ass. Let me think here. Well, what about Jeepers Creepers? The pedophile doesn't own it anymore. Oh, yeah, right.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is I am Daniel.
Amnesia: The Dark Descent is an accidental goddamn masterpiece, and I will die on this hill gladly. Frictional Games has a way of making the player think that there's more going on than there actually is in all of their horror games, and not just in Dark Descent. But Dark Descent had a way with it that just hit correctly at the right time, which started this renaissance of gaming Let's Plays on YouTube, essentially, with horror games. The sounds, the environment, the setting, everything about the Dark Descent just hit perfectly. While I would prefer the Dark Descent as the Frictional Games license to get into DVD, I think I'd honestly be fine with Penumbra or Soma, or even the third Amnesia, otherwise known as Rebirth. Machine for Pigs, however, not so much. The majority of the games by Frictional just had a way to scare the absolute pants off of me, and honestly, I want to see them represented in Dead by Daylight somehow. And to round out part 1, I'm going to go over some popular license picks for DVD chapters and just give a quick thought or two on them. By all means, if they can straighten out the license for whoever the fuck owns it these days, sure, I'd be for it. I prefer the video game over the shitty movie version, but beggars can't be choosers. So I got the 2010 reboot Freddy, and yeah. I would take the Crooked Man over the Nun in a heartbeat. Maybe it's just cosmetics, I don't know about a full chapter, honestly. I have no strong feelings one way or another, but you'd think he'd be in by now. Okay, but no, seriously, twins is a concept enough that Chucky could work. Maybe if you paired him with, like, Tiffany, I don't know.
Am I glad he's frozen in there and that we're out here?
If executed properly, I think it could be both hilarious and also very, very fun. Just my 2 cents. I don't give a shit we have Resident Evil. Might be cool. I'm okay with it, but I'd even be more okay with it if I could get the Tim Curry version as a skin.
We interrupt this program to bring you Courage, the Cowardly Dog Show, starring Courage, the Cowardly Dog!
A lot of people want Scooby-Doo, but they're really sleeping on Courage, in my opinion. This show is simultaneously really fucking scary and also really hilarious. This show's got a plethora of returning villains and monsters. You could honestly just draw one out of a hat randomly and that could be your killer. But if I had a pick, I'd probably have Eustace be the survivor and have Cats be the killer. Just my 2 cents.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Do you have any idea what I would give for a Jurassic Park / World chapter in DVD? I'd look right at behavior and just go,
You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
hey, fat ass, you might say. Who would you even make the survivors and the killer? Well, the survivors is a little easier to pick for this because you got more potential there. You could honestly just do Dr. Grant, Dr. Sattler, Ian Malcolm, you could do Claire, you could even friggin' do Owen. The killer's a little more complicated. You can't just do the raptors. They're a bit too small to really carry survivors that well. And the T-Rex is too big and she'd just stomp around going... So we need some kind of middle ground. A dinosaur that's not too big and not too small, and say what you will about this movie, I had an idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be warned. This is the perfect blend of the 2 most dangerous creatures that have ever walked the earth. We call it the Indoraptor.
A lot of people did not like Fallen Kingdom, and honestly, that's fine. I personally thought Fallen Kingdom was okay. Dominion, I thought Dominion was decent, but honestly, say what you will about the Jurassic World trilogy, and how a lot of people do not like it compared to the Park trilogy. I personally think the Indoraptor is the perfect blend of size when it comes to a potential DVD killer. The Indoraptor is about 10 feet tall if you're an American, and if you compare him to the current tallest killer in the game, who is Nemesis, who is about 7, little under 7.5 feet tall, it could work. If Universal was willing to scale a little bit with behavior, I think it could honestly work. A lot of people are rolling their eyes at me going, what the hell do you mean a dinosaur? It's a fucking dinosaur. That'd be so badass though. Oh, you stupid fat bastard, a dinosaur's that... Look at this thing. You look on my screen and you tell me if that thing was chasing you, you wouldn't scream your fucking face off. Video game or not. Even if I don't get a Jurassic Park / World chapter, behavior, just give me a dinosaur killer. Another reason I think the Indoraptor would really work as far as a DVD killer goes is it's not natural. It's not nature. It's what Jurassic Park is. It's a amalgamation of a bunch of different creatures in one. As far as DNA goes, it's literally a monster. And honestly, I think that's something that DVD really needs more of. Just monsters, not just demented people, just full-blown monsters. Like, the Demogorgon and the Dredge were a really good step in the right direction for that. I just want more monsters.
Watch out for the ladies. Louder, louder, louder.
Money, money, money.
Louder, louder, louder.
Money, money, money.
Where do I begin with Killing Floor? Killing Floor started off as a mod of Unreal Tournament for a zombie horde shooter type game, if you're not aware. The first retail version that was on Steam, Killing Floor 1, was one of the very first Steam games I ever owned when I had a computer that was complete dog shit. Which I had along with games like Gmod, The Orange Box with Half-Life 2, Portal 1, and Team Fortress 2, stuff like that. If you actually look past the fact that it's just an overglorified horde shooter that initially started as a mod for Unreal Tournament, there's actually a story there that's kind of terrifying. A majority of the playable survivors are very endearing and very funny to listen to, which is one reason why I really love both the games. There's also a shitload of different zombie types that you could really utilize as killers. I'd mostly vote for either the Flesh Pound or the Patriarch himself. The cosmetic potential is also beyond hilarious, probably on par, if not even more funny than the potential of Five Nights at Freddy's for DVD content. Seeing this game be side by side with Resident Evil would honestly be a dream come true. I just really, really love the aesthetic of this game. Killing Floor 2 came out in 2016, and honestly, I've been playing it off and on quite a bit since then. It's fun solo, it's fun with friends, it's just a fun-ass game. I wouldn't really call it a horror staple to be exact, which a lot of most wanted licenses for Dead by Daylight really are, but I just have such a soft spot for this series that I think it really deserves it. You look at most popular zombie franchises like The Walking Dead or Night of the Living Dead, and it's just boring compared to the monstrosities that are in Killing Floor. Killing Floor takes the zombie trope and just cranks it up to 20. And quite truthfully, when it comes to most zombie franchises, Resident Evil was one of my most wanted franchises for Dead by Daylight, and now honestly, if I could get Killing Floor alongside it, it would be insanely badass in my opinion.
Mamushka! Mamushka! He comes with one mushka! With a
Yeah, I want the Addams Family in DVD, so what? I think it'd be fucking hilarious, personally. You could have Gomez be the survivor, and you could have Fester be the killer, and both of them are just laughing about it, the whole thing, seeing it as a game, while the other survivors and killers are like, what the fuck is wrong with these two weirdos? Also, cosmetic potential, you can't forget cosmetic potential. I just think having them in the game would be really funny and an antithesis to the whole serious tone of DVD, which I want to see more of. You know, with Behavior being more open to the idea of collaborating with anime licenses, I'm sure you've all seen the Attack on Titan news and whatnot by now, along with all the different anime licenses that are on their radar that you can see on their surveys. But I think they're missing one. An anime that truly explores the horrors of mankind's innermost desires, and showing just how far a regular person may go for their vices.
私の名はモンロ福蔵。人呼んで笑うセールスマン。ただのセールスマンじゃございません。私の取り扱う品物は心。人間の心でございます。
For those of you that are unfamiliar with the premise of the Laughing Salesman anime, let me sum it up for you. Our main character, Mogoro Fukuzo, the Laughing Salesman, he's neither good nor evil. He's just a pure, chaotic, near-omnipotent being. He chooses his victims at random and offers them free services to give them their desires. However, usually he'll give them a stipulation to go with this. If they go against this stipulation, he shatters their soul, basically. He turns their life into a living hell in ironic and karmic ways if they go against his words. Most of the time, his clients suffer these fates. Though, in both the classic and the remake series, there is a select few who actually get away with their desires. Though the main fucked up part is sometimes Moguro sets them up for success, sometimes he sets them up for failure. He is that chaotic, he does not care, he revels in the chaos and fucking with people, basically. If I could describe this series, I'd call it Anime Twilight Zone, with the main reoccurring factor being Moguro selecting different victims with different varying desires. It's never really explained where he came from or just the exact extent of his power, but the anime basically shows it's insanely omnipotent, essentially. He never directly kills anybody in the anime, but he usually winds up getting people either locked up in a loony bin or arrested, something like that, but he never directly kills anybody. The worst he's probably done to somebody is just leaving them a quivering mess mentally because he essentially shattered their minds and souls. Then in that case, it doesn't really make him a killer per se for Dead by Daylight, but I personally think, just for the sheer premise of the anime, it fits. The amount of imagination and wacky crap you could get away with this license would be near astronomical for Dead by Daylight. Just to shake it up, give it something different, essentially. Also, his Mori should 100% be the animation he does when he shatters somebody's soul, like that.
お久しぶりですね。その後いかがです？
それが最近息子の様子がおかしいんです。今日もまだ家に帰ってなくて。
おやおや、元気になってよかったと喜んでたのに。
確かにそうだったんですが。
横道さん、今なら間に合うかもしれません。直ちに息子さんのところに行きなさい。
If you don't know about the card game of Inscription, I highly recommend you go check out this game. It's probably one of the best single-player experiences I had in the year 2021. It's done by Daniel Mullins. He's the man who made Pony Island and the Hex. While this game doesn't have the exactly out-of-your-pants type scares, it does have its creepy environments, as well as themes, settings, and characters. The more I played this game, the more I fell in love with it, and honestly, without giving too much away, this game has so many layers to it, I wish I could just tell you all about it now. The main scribe in the game, Leshy, is the scribe of beasts, and personally I think he'd be a perfect killer for Dead by Daylight, as well as Luke Carter, who's the main survivor of the game. This game's honestly a trip, and it's a free rabbit hole for rent basically, with a lot of layers, including an ARG that ended a while ago. I know a lot of Dead by Daylight players may know what a description is, because I do know Outstarver played it on stream for a bit, so there is some also exposure to the Dead by Daylight community for the game and stuff there. This game was nominated for 2 different categories at the 2021 Game Awards, and quite personally, I'm upset that it didn't win either. I don't even fucking remember what it lost to now that I think about it. But, enough of my tangent. Seriously, go play it. At least go research it a bit if you want to. This game is fantastic, and I personally think it fits in Dead by Daylight. It's time for another rapid fire round, boys and girls. This license is all over the place, but I think it could work. Sure, why not? I fucking wish. There's a shitload of potential here, but also a lot of potential for fucking it all up. I was gonna make a joke about the bear from the second game, but still, I really want this license. I have no fucking idea how this would work in DVD, but if they could figure it out, sure, why not? Could you imagine? Oh, I wish. Hey, Behavior, I heard you liked anime. Look, I love John Carpenter, but a Disguised Killer will not work in DVD, no matter how you gum it. I somehow wish it could work, though. Literally, me and like 12 other people know about this license, but I still wish. I'm putting the survivors in the blockchain. I'm putting this here for one reason only. I really like fast killers like Blight and Oni and Billy and stuff like that. Could you imagine a fucking like Raiju or Revenant or Fate killer coming at you like... Underrated. Never happening, but I wish.
Fuck you, Ash! Fuck you! Fuck you, motherfucker!
Hey, little guy. How do you like your eggs?
Fuck you, Stars. Fuck you, Universal. Fuck you, Renaissance. Fuck you, Behavior. Why the fuck don't I have more Evil Dead in the fucking game? Fuck! The Evil Dead game's been fun as fuck, though. And with all that content in one, you know the license holders can work nicely together. Just cosmetics, another survivor or two, a killer. Jesus, give me anything, guys. You're busting my goddamn balls as an Evil Dead fan over here. Jesus. This license just gets cucked left and right. I mean, Ash got cut out of Mortal Kombat 11. The Universal never wants to play nice with anything regarding this license because they own Army of Darkness. And the series got shit canned and left it open, super open-ended. So, God, don't even know what the fuck to even think anymore about this franchise. What would I do for DVD at least? I don't know, give me a killer. I mean, you got several options. Typical survivors. I mean, come on, we could have like Pablo as a survivor. You could have Elagos as a killer. You could have Henrietta as a killer. Evil Ash as a killer. There's that rumored Night Killer coming after Wesker, and I mean, I'm not holding my breath on that, but damn, what if? There's just so much untapped potential with this license, and it's just wasted, bro. Oh well, at least the game's fun. Certainly does a lot better than DBD in some aspects, to be quite honest. Left 4 Dead really suffered for getting out of DVD way too early, in my opinion. They got these really old, outdated skins that turns Jake into Francis and turns Meg into Zoe, which just look bad these days. Especially if you compare them really badass Resident Evil and Silent Hill outfits we got recently. Even if we just got a bunch of skins that added all the other survivors, that'd be fine. In a perfect world, maybe we get like the Witcher, the tank as a killer, but I doubt that'll happen like ever. The tome that Bill got recently was a huge step in the right direction, but I'm just hungry for more, honestly. Please, Valve Behavior, I will pay top dollar to have a skin that turns Bill into Coach.
Shitburger Apocalypse.
Still boggles my mind it's only the killer. At least we got a few skins. Where the fuck are some skins at? Seriously. I really shouldn't count this, since this is like a hybrid between a license and an original chapter, but still, some screen content would be nice, as well as more skins. Can never go wrong with Ghostface skins. Where's my Scary Movie skins? Where's some Quentin skins, and why the fuck is Robert Englund Freddy not playable yet? Can I get more than just a charm? Please? You mean to tell me both Ubisoft and Behavior had the bright idea to do a crossover event, and not one of them thought to make a skin for Shugoki and Oni of each other? Are you kidding me? Just bring it back, just bring it back, just bring it back. I don't care if we get another killer or more skins, just bring it back. I was gonna put a whole lot more effort into this last part, but Vegas 14 shit the absolute bed, and I lost like 8 minutes of progress, and can't be asked to do it again, so I'm just gonna summarize this part. I wouldn't even begin to know how to incorporate Castlevania. I just know Behavior has it on their radar ever since that one survey, and since they've worked with Konami now. I'd love to see it somehow. How exactly? I don't know. I just think it'd be cool to see a representation for it. Maybe a killer at the most? I don't know. I just feel like Behavior would fuck the license up really hard and just take away the whole power fantasy trip of it. Maybe an Argvile or Marauders a killer? I don't know. I'd still think it'd be a really cool license to see, though. Godzilla is one of those few franchises I can actually go out on a limb and say it means a lot to me emotionally. How exactly we could get Godzilla representation into DVD? I don't know. Skins, an event, something? I don't know. It would mean a lot to me to see it. Whenever I see Godzilla pop up in an event or just some kind of crossover in any game ever, it just always brings a smile to my face. Genuinely. I don't really make videos of this length, and this is the first video I really put a decent bit of effort into. I don't even really know what kind of audience I'm going for with this video, really. If you actually sat through this entire video, I do thank you. I just kind of did this video mostly for fun and out of my spare time. I don't give a shit if you like or sub or whatever. It doesn't really mean a whole lot to me if you do or not. Because I didn't really make this video to get views or anything, I just made it out of boredom. I don't claim any ownership to anything that was used in this video, just a bunch of clips and music and whatever from different franchises I like or other YouTube videos I just ripped them from. I give credit is due. Will I ever make another video with this much effort into it? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But if you did sit through it, just let me know what you think. If you have any ideas or feedback, or any Dead by Daylight conversations you'd maybe want to have, by all means, I'm all ears. Have a good one. Wait a minute, what if we had a Shin Megami Tensei chapter in DVD? Oh my god.